It's back. That's right. The most wonderful and the most dangerous time of year is upon us. Starting in just a few days, we're going to be in the trenches, on the front lines, surrounded by a swirling vortex of processed sugar and carb-laden landmines. The holiday season officially kicks off in about 36 hours, and as magical as this time of year can be, as far as the food is concerned, it's a solid month of torture for many of us. From Thanksgiving's pumpkin pie to New Year's Eve champagne toast, it's a full contact sport, and you need a game plan. That's why I'm here today. I'm offering 5 critical, battle-tested tips to get you through the next 6 weeks with your health, your sanity, and your glorious steak-fueled clarity intact. Trust me, you can survive the coming carbocalypse, and I will show you how, right here on the Carnivore Science Channel. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, it is that time of year again, for most of us at least. In a few days, we're going to be surrounded by tons of horrific seasonal foods, or food torpedoes as I like to call them. You got your sweet potatoes that is 90% marshmallows, Christmas cookies of all shapes and sizes, and yes, my fellow Southerners, we have the ultimate weapon of mass destruction that we're about to face. Banana pudding. This time of year is designed to make you fail. It's a systemic attack on all of your progress. But we're ready. We're armed. Let's dive into the 5 tips that are going to get you across the finish line beyond January 1st. If you have to cook Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, then try to focus on meat dishes or egg dishes, something maybe that you don't normally eat to try to make it feel special for the holidays. But double down on prime rib or smoked brisket, and of course turkey, minus the stuffing, of course. Stay away from all the food torpedoes I talked about, like macaroni and cheese or pumpkin pie or my own personal kryptonite, banana pudding, or as we say, nana pudding in the South. But if you're like me and you're the head chef in a house full of standard American dieters and you can't get away from it, here's the silent killer. As you cook, you're going to be tasting a lot. You're going to taste the mashed potatoes to make sure there's not too much salt in there. And you're going to taste the mac and cheese to make sure that you have the right amount of spices. You're going to be licking the spoon over and over and over again. Before you know it, you will have consumed 1,500 calories of pre-dinner prep scrap, and your microbiome will be sounding the alarm. So my carnivore journey started with an ER visit one day after Thanksgiving, after I had been cooking for 2 days straight. Coincidence? I don't think so. That wasn't tasting. That was a 2-day carb bender that I convinced myself was quality control. So if you must taste, stick to the meat. Or better yet, delegate the tasting of the sugar-laden, high-carb garbage to a non-carnivore family member that you can trust to tell you when you've gone nuts with the spices. They'll appreciate the job and you'll stay safe. Listen, you are walking into a culinary war zone, so don't arrive hungry. This is a fundamental mistake. Preload first. Eat a massive, satisfying carnivore meal before you leave the house. A ribeye, a few burger patties, whatever it takes. Get full, get satisfied. When you arrive, the siren song of dinner rolls will be a whisper, not a scream. Bring food. Prepare and travel with your own food. This is non-negotiable, especially for parties. Pack some cooked burger patties, some hard-boiled eggs, or a quality meat-based dip. When you arrive and you see a charcuterie board that is 80% crackers and jam, you can discreetly pull your own delicious pre-approved carnivore fuel out. But people might look at you funny, but who cares? They'll be talking about your health behind your back instead of your freaking political views. Win-win. My secret weapon in this situation is jerky, or the dried meats that I make in my dehydrator. Those are perfect. Something with a strong flavor is actually going to help you when you're cornered by Aunt Mildred offering her 7-layer bean dip. You can just pop a piece of this in your mouth and say, "Oh, I'm good. Thank you." The key is you need to have a go-to food. You need to have something convenient so that you can go to it and break glass in case of emergency. That's the bottom line. This is the big one. This is the demon on your shoulder. Ignore your inner voice. So when it pops off, and it will, with the whole, "I'm just going to have a little," or "just one bite won't hurt," or the classic, "It's a holiday, I deserve a day off," shut it down immediately. As far as ammunition goes, it doesn't hurt to bottle up some particularly bitter regret ahead of time so that you can take a swig and remind yourself of how all that yummy food ruined your life previously. You know how a lot of people who are trying to lose weight put a before picture on the fridge? Yeah, like that. Maybe a picture of you at your heaviest looking miserable. Or maybe for you it isn't weight gain, it's your health that you got back. If that's the case, then take a picture of a giant basket full of prescription drugs and take that with you. Anything that will motivate you to remind you of why you did all of this to begin with. The secret is the carnivore diet journey is so effective and powerful that you would think that none of that is lost in translation, but it can be a lot like the news cycle. After 10 minutes, the most incredible story becomes old news. That's the Instagram age that we live in right now. We quickly forget about the most amazing miracles, even when we are the ones experiencing them. Don't forget your miracle this holiday season. Take that last swig of bottled regret and remember why you chose meat over misery. So, road trips and stayovers are breeding grounds for failure, actually. You're sitting and you're bored, and your brain starts to wander off to the ghosts of Christmas pies past. Not good. But keeping yourself on track is a lot like dealing with a toddler. It's all about misdirection. So, for road trips, particularly if you're a passenger on a really long road trip, bring a video game with you or a great audiobook or just a regular book. It doesn't matter what it is. Just something to do so that you are not marinating in your own sugar plum dreams. By the way, what the hell is a sugar plum? I mean, is it a dried prune? I don't know. It sounds disappointing. Just please let me know in the comments. And for family stayovers, if you're staying at a family's house, you know that the kitchen's going to be a 24/7 carb factory. So don't hover. Find something to do. Walk the dog, clean the bathroom, take the kids to the park, do anything you need to do to get away from there. When the post-meal lull hits and everyone's digging into these different pies, you need an escape route. So be ready to move if you need to. Now, we all know the other holiday danger, the family drama. But here's the trick. Use the inevitable chaos to your advantage. The food question. Someone will ask, "Why aren't you eating the insert carbohydrate here?" This is your chance. You can either give the brief, safe answer, "It's for my health, thanks," or you can launch into a 15-minute explanation of ruminant microbiology and nutrient density. The latter option is actually great for two reasons. Number one, it distracts you from the banana pudding, and two, it guarantees that no one will talk to you for the rest of the night. Peace and quiet. Can't beat it. Then there's the political discussions, which there are two different types of political discussion that you can get into that are problematic. The first is the obvious one, just politics in general. So when Uncle Barry gets so angry that he could flip the table, use this to your advantage. Decide to clear the plates. Just get the plates and take them to the kitchen, right? You're not only clearing plates, you're clearing the area of any lurking dessert remnants that are calling to you from afar. So the second discussion that can be political is the food discussion. Now bear with me because this is a thing. Carnivores often get really attacked at the fact that they don't eat vegetables. There's a huge knee-jerk reaction from the mainstream about carnivore. People treat you like you're crazy. And a lot of times this is tied to politics. I mean, if you look at the Maha movement kind of thing, that's about clean foods, and who knows what'll happen there, but because again, it's mired in politics. But it is kind of the two worlds colliding. So in this case, I mean, you can answer honestly when you're asked, why are you not eating that? But I can tell you that, because it's poison, or don't you know plants are trying to kill you? Goes over like a lead balloon. So I wouldn't recommend it at a family gathering. Just saying. And one final thing, if you've actually lost weight or reversed medical conditions or both on the carnivore diet, keep that at the top of your mind this holiday season. If you start to experience the inevitable pity party where your tiny little demon in your head tells you that, why can't I just enjoy myself? It's only once or twice a year. I should be able to eat what I want like everybody else. Blah, blah, blah. I've heard all this before from my own little demon. But what that little voice is doing is causing you a detour that you just can't afford because it's all lies. I'm speaking to those of us who had some really bad health problems or were morbidly obese or both. The truth is life is not fair. And no, you can't just eat like everybody else. You'll be fat again, or your conditions will return, and then everything will suck. As a food addict, I have to remind myself of how fat and miserable and sick I was. Just like an alcoholic has to reminisce about all the damage that the alcohol caused in their previous life. Now, of course, if you're one of these robot people with uber discipline who can go off plan and eat a bunch of crap during the holidays and then just get right back to it with no issues, then have at it by all means. But today I'm speaking to the majority of us who, let's be honest, if we could have done that, then we wouldn't have gotten so fat and sick in the first place. And if it isn't weight that you had a problem with, but medical conditions, you have to do your own risk analysis to actually figure out what's worth it. But don't trade 6 weeks of fun for 6 months of recovery. I don't think that's worth it. So tell me what your tips and tricks are for the holidays. How do you survive the holiday season? As always, I look forward to your collective diet wisdom. And if you like this video, if you could hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. And if you want to, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos or live streams. And again, everybody take care. Good luck out there. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.